Hello. Oh. Boo boo. Doom 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 doom. Boo boo boo. Brum 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 brum. Hello, Nicholas DeLuca. I'm very sleepy. I'm sorry. I had a very good time at Ryan Goetz's wedding. Wedding was great. I love Jewish weddings. There's so much dancing, and so much singing, and so much dancing, and so much singing, and so much dancing. Love a Jewish wedding. Ryan's wife and her family are very charming. It was good. It was really good. They had really good food was great. The company was great. Radiante was there. Shut up from chat. So it was nice. Nice to hang out with her. It was good. I'm just sleepy because he's in the Catskills and I'm on Cape Cod, so it was like a 4-hour drive there, and then a 4-hour drive back, and I did it all. I left at 8 in the morning and I got there a little before 1 o'clock, and then I did the wedding till 9:30, and then I got home at around 2 a.m. So I'm very sleepy today. That's why my stream is a little late. I've been painting all day, but I've been painting at a very slow pace as I kind of recover. But, yeah. Yeah, the drive. About 9 hours of driving, I'd say, all said and done. The most insane trip I ever did was going to visit Evan Amundsen in Quebec, and then the second I got to Quebec, Dave called me from Germany and said that his dad had passed away and he needed me to pick him up at the airport in Boston. And the time it took him to fly back to Boston from Germany was the same time it took me to drive to Boston from Quebec. So I did, that was like a 14-hour trip, I think, round trip. It was only so long because my GPS fucked up and took me to something called Quebec in Montreal. So first I went to Montreal, and then I was like, this isn't Quebec. And then I was like, oh, motherfucker. It was like, back before GPSs were dope. And, yeah. That was fucking wild. I fell asleep at the wheel doing a long trip with James Zapata, where, I went from Boston to New Jersey to pick up James. Then I went from Jersey to Philadelphia to go to one of Sean Murray's gallery shows with Noni. Then we hung out, had dinner with everybody. Then I drove James back to Jersey, fell asleep on the way back to Jersey, and woke up to James screaming because I was going to crash. Didn't crash. James woke me up. And then I went from Jersey back to Boston. And that was like 20 hours or something, all said and done. Boston to Jersey, Jersey to Philly, Philly to Jersey, Jersey to Boston. I think that's the most I've ever done. Yeah, it's good shit. I love driving. I love driving. But yeah, Ryan's wedding was great. Beautiful venue. Nice barn out in the Catskills. Very, very sound of music with the nature. Hey, Sharky. I'm extremely sleepy, buddy. Gonna have to bear with me. Weather was good. The weather held until about 9:30, and then it started to rain. Other than that, it was beautiful. By the time it started to rain, we were already all sitting around a bonfire. Everybody had switched over to casual clothes. It was very nice. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm very excited to play Final Fantasy Tactics and Hollow Knight Silksong this year. I like that Xbox tease. They were like, our handheld system releases with Silksong later this year. I was like, you're not going to give a date? You're just going to say that it will have Silksong, and that's it? That's it. That's all you're going to do, huh? That was wild. Also, Silksong might be one of the games we watch next after Symphony of the Night. I want to have a Silksong piece for Meatbone ready to go whenever it comes out. Yeah. Sunny State of Play definitely crushed it. The only other thing I liked was knowing that Silksong was going to release this year. Unless Xbox is lying, because they also said it was going to release 2 years ago. Xbox has a very bad track record with Silksong. Oh, Sharky, Hollow Knight is such a gem. Oh my god, it's good. One of my favorite games ever. That was my, like, COVID game, like when quarantine happened in my town, and, like, all the businesses closed, and nobody was hanging out with anybody. I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally play this game everyone's been talking about. Oh man. Oh man, did I get completely immersed in that game. It's such a good, lonely under a blanket game. It's got such good vibes. It's cozy. It's melancholy, but it's cozy. Oh, nice. Breath of the Wild's cool. Not my favorite Zelda game, but I appreciate it for what it did. Very fun to play. Very fun game, Breath of the Wild. Just not my favorite Zelda, because there's not enough Zelda in it. Not the character, just what Zelda games are. Ironically, I think Breath of the Wild would have been better if it was a Metroid game. Crash landing on a planet full of ancient technology that you don't understand, left by, like, the Chozo, and then having to survive and figure out what's going on and get off the planet. Big, huge, desolate space area with cool monsters. I think it would have been awesome. Awesome as a Metroid game. Weird alien space ruins underground. Yeah. Nintendo might be doing a sci-fi Zelda. He's got to watch out. That cease and desist is probably already in the mill. There's a ton of sci-fi Zelda concept art in the Breath of the Wild world building books. All the versions of the game they didn't end up making. Oh, yeah, that's very Minecraft. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, Gross Girl. I do like if Tears of the Kingdom had come out first and not Breath of the Wild, I think it would have been remembered as like an all-timer. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is just like the same kind of gameplay loop, but with way more versatility. The main reason people don't like it is because it's derivative of Breath of the Wild, which it is. But yeah, if they had somehow combined those two games, so you had Link's abilities from Breath of the Wild and also the building mechanics from Tears of the Kingdom as one game, I think it would have been an all-timer. But I started another skeleton, Sharky. I can't hide it from you. I can't lie to you, okay? I was too sleepy this morning, and I needed something easy to do. So I started this guy. I'm keeping the mustache. I don't care. I don't care that skeletons can't have them. I'm keeping it. Oh, that must be Dave calling me. What up? Oh, you know, just chilling. Sleepy as hell, trying to get something done without just going back to bed.
Oh, good.
Drove for 10 hours yesterday. 9 hours, but whatever. You ever go out to the Catskills?
No, actually.
It's like a weird in-between of like New Hampshire and Montana. It's like bigger mountains.
Oh, yeah?
They're not like Montana big, but they're like bigger than New Hampshire. And it's very like, it's weird. There's like big expanses where if you're up high, you can see like all the way to Canada and like crazy distances and vistas. But yeah, it's weird. It's like a more New Hampshire.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was cool. What are you up to?
How was that?
It was good. It was a good time. Jewish weddings are fun. There's always tons of dancing.
That's really
and
funny. I
singing.
could have guessed.
Yeah.
The Catskills and anything Jewish.
Just, oh my God, the dancing and the singing and the dancing and the singing and the dancing. They just love it. But yeah, it was good. What are you up
cool.
to?
I'm just working. Painting stuff.
Nice.
Just trying to get this thing done.
Yeah.
Have you been streaming long?
No, I just started. I woke up early and I was way too tired to focus on anything, so I just did a bunch of warm ups and then I started streaming like I don't know, half an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Not even, but yeah.
You know, it's really funny. I was thinking about this today. I was watching some like YouTube people
Mm-hmm.
who do art.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was just thinking how funny it is that like the old thing that we used to talk about a lot was college professors and
Mm-hmm.
like how none of them are working professionals, none of them teach, you know, like that they teach from this place of like not knowing. And I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's just YouTubers now.
Yeah. It's also
it's
the YouTube
it's very funny.
the YouTube income's probably higher than the commission income most of those people are getting.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for
But I'm
sure.
just saying that like the people that are teaching like how to do it
Yeah.
are still not doing it.
Are they teaching business or are they teaching painting? If they're teaching business, then
Oh, like
that's
the
weird.
like a well, like a lot of it.
Yeah. If you're
But I
like
just
a
thought that was interesting.
if you're like a Sakimi Chan and all you do is fan art and no one's gonna hire you and you do YouTube, then that would make sense to me. But yeah, if you're like teaching people illustration ethics and business practices and you've never done it, that's kind of fucking weird.
Well, also like the thing of like how to get better, like teaching
Yeah,
from like the position of having like a lifelong experience
yeah.
is very funny to me. I was just like listening to that stuff like, oh yeah, this didn't go away.
No,
This is like still a thing.
it's never gonna go away. Never ever. You're selling a dream. That's like the whole.
Like this is how you get into the industry. Meanwhile,
Actually, won't. I won't
never
name.
did it.
I won't name drop who I was about to name drop, but it's the scam. It's the scam that's always been there. It's the selling the dream. I make money,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so can you.
Yeah, it just was cracking me up because I was like, oh, it's. I think that's kind of interesting that that's like still a thing.
Yeah.
It's like the people you'd really want to learn from,
It depends
you're
what
probably not going to do it.
depends what you're trying to do. If you just want to make art and get money, who cares? YouTube, whatever. The money's coming from YouTube.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm talking about more of the posturing side
The thing
of
I
like
the thing
being
I
like, I am, you came to the mountain and here I am.
yeah, that's fucking cringe no matter who does it ever. The thing I hated about college professors specifically was that it's not that they weren't even working, it's that they weren't even making art. Like the most recent thing that they had painted was like 20 years ago in some cases, and it's like you don't even do this anymore. Like you don't even like it's not that you're not getting hired, it's that you're not even like you don't even care about this thing anymore. Like it's so I always hated that so much.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what YouTube is.
Yeah.
That's like the general scope of it. It's like, you know, you can't help it. You know, like after a certain point, like you can make, if you start making money at a thing that's like much easier than doing the other thing,
Yeah.
it's probably too seductive to be like,
Are they
I'm
at
going
least
to continue to do this extremely difficult thing.
are they at least painting in the videos, or are they just giving tips without even making?
No,
art?
just talking.
Oh fuck that! I didn't know you were talking about that. That's gross.
That's like a whole community.
No.
That's like that's all I'm talking
I
about.
thought they were doing it while they were painting on a video, like live.
I mean, I'm
streaming.
sure.
That's gross.
No, they don't do it like a full thing. They might show like examples of their stuff or whatever,
Sure.
but it's not like, you know.
Yeah, that's gross, for sure. It's funny.
It's just.
I don't even know what channels do that. I don't watch any people on YouTube. Any art people.
I'm sure chat knows what I'm talking about. If your guys are watching Dan and watching other people.
The only name I know is Ross, but that's only because of the controversy. I don't know any other art YouTube people.
Yeah.
I felt my mortality this week
In what way?
when I watched Danny Plant, and it said 18 years ago. And I said, oh. Oh. He said, that's almost as old as I was when we made this video. And I looked around.
That's really funny.
Oh no.
You know what was really funny, Dan?
What?
What's his face? Nick Dragata, who taught our comics class.
Oh, yes.
Did you see him getting popular?
No, what's he doing?
Yeah, I mean, not to say that he was never popular, but he like got more popular because he did the like, he's like the main artist doing the like Ultimate Batman or whatever, where he has like
What?
the axe in his chest
Good for him.
with the bat symbol.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I was like, what, Nick's?
He did the return journey. He went from professional in
He's
the
back.
90s to teaching in the 2000s, back to professional in the 2020s. That's crazy.
I think he was always working for Marvel, but I think he has like his thing now, where he's like the dude.
Nick was interesting. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was nice to us. Just
It was
let
very
me not
funny.
work.
He was like, "You guys are gonna be fine." It's just like, "You guys are gonna be fine." I remember that
You're already
day.
working.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like,
yeah.
"Oh, you guys are already freelancing?" Like, yeah. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you guys are gonna be fine. I'll never forget the day that we got assigned to those mystery comic pages, and we had to bring in like the illustrated like 3-page sequence. And I remember me and you came in, and we had like fully penciled. You inked your stuff, I think. I remember right. I had fully penciled with shaded. Everything was like referenced, and all the like perspective was exact, and like we put them up, and then everybody else completely phoned it in, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of those classes. Oh man.
That's like all those classes,
I
unless
know.
you're in like a really nice school where
Worked.
people are like really trying to be there.
Worked so hard on that.
That was in that period of time of like not really knowing what to do. Let's just go to a class and figure something out.
Yeah, that was back when we still thought that knowledge had to be gate kept.
Yeah, you get
have
it
to
from
find
like
someone to show you what to
doing
do.
a class.
Yeah. It was very funny.
Yeah, well, somebody was saying in the chat that they saw like the thing like on reels of like the people who don't have the knowledge to do it, but they're like teaching it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like it's the same kind of idea as what's going on in, I don't know, in everything really. I mean, like whether
Yeah.
it's online journalism or whatever, it's like you don't really need to have any credentials to
There's
like get in front of a bunch of people. It's like you don't need that. So like
Yeah.
when we were starting out, there were places that did have, you know, in a sense they had gatekeepers.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that was like a judge of character. And if you weren't good and you were trying to come across as good, there were plenty of people that were already on that site that would check you
Yeah.
and be like, hey, what are you doing? Like you don't know what you're saying right now. Like people who could tell bullshit for like people who were just starting out who didn't know any different, because you'll just listen to anybody who's better than you. But it is funny now because it's like there's no real hub for art,
Yeah.
and so like the advice you would get is kind of just scattershot everywhere. There's not like a singular beacon of like go here.
It's also what to do is in the middle of changing pretty dramatically, because everything that used to be the meta is now shifting. The what to do on how to get better is basically the same, but like the what to do on how to have a successful business life is shifting very dramatically.
Yeah.
But man, I talked to some concept art people from a game studio that I won't say out loud, Holy shit, it sound fucking miserable. They're
The AI situation.
They're generating AI, and then they're having their concept art teams paint over the AI and change things so they can legally say we didn't use AI for the concept art. Like it's the final wasn't done by AI. Holy shit! Is that I would just quit. Like what? Like Jesus, what a nightmare job.
It's like the people at checkout who just make sure the machines are working. Make sure the self-checkout machines are working.
It's fucking gross. I was like, oh.
Just serving your replacement.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking gross.
It's all short-sighted. Yeah. All extremely short-sighted.
It's going to be very funny to me if it does go in front of the courts and get shot down, and then all that stuff has to die, like, overnight. Oh, man.
Shit. Shit.
God damn it. God damn
it. Yeah, we'll see. I just...
Someone was talking to me
about I'm just waiting for it to fade, eventually.
Someone was talking to me about the democratization of creativity, and my eyes glazed over. And I was like... My eyes just glazed right over.
Who was doing that?
It was someone at the wedding. I'm not going to say. But you're talking about the democratization of creativity and how the paradigm is going to shift from the big studios to the independents, because now it's like Prometheus taking the fire. Now we're going to be able to do all of it ourselves. And I was like, my eyes just... It's like, I'm done. I cannot talk to you. I can't. I won't.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, I get it if you know nothing about like what it actually takes to do anything.
Yeah.
Or even why anything's good. It's like I get why you would think that, because you're just naive. I can understand that. But
it feels like when I got my first Cintiq and I thought it would make me a better artist, because I hadn't understood yet that the technology wasn't the secret.
Yeah.
I was like, finally, I can be a real artist. I have a giant Cintiq. And then I was like, oh, this is just a piece of paper with less steps. Okay.
Cool. You go, oh, you mean super technical artists aren't always incredible? What?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
What do you mean?
This isn't the secret I thought it would be.
Are you trying to tell me that good ideas matter?
What? Oh man, I loved what Xbox did with Silk Song. That was so fucking hilarious.
What did they do?
They unveiled their handheld, like their Switch competitor, and the whole time they were showing it, Silk Song was playing on it. And then they were like, and later this year, when it releases, it will release with Hollow Knight Silk Song on Game Pass. No release date. No kind of any confirmation. Just, guys, when this comes out,
Hollow Knight?
Silk Song's going to be there. Yeah.
What's... Oh, okay, yeah.
What?
I forgot that it was Hollow Knight.
Oh, yeah, the sequel that everyone's been waiting for like 10 years, that Xbox said was coming out 2 years ago. They were like, by the end of the year, you'll be playing Silk Song on day one, Game Pass, and like it just never happened. It's like, you guys are doing this again? You're doing this again? You're just promising, it'll be out this year. It will. Guys, it will. I'm so happy that Tactics Remake has the original version. The new smooth stuff looks so bad in that style.
Did they do a new thing with it? I didn't even notice that when I was watching it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, they did a new version where the backgrounds have like a smoothing filter on them to make it look like HD, and all the pixels are smoothed over, and it looks like you rub Vaseline on the screen. And then they changed all the UI to not be blocky and chunky, and they made all the fonts clean. And it's got like really cringy digital overlay of like all the characters in their turn order on the side, like floating over the battlefield. Just like tons of needless UI stuff, and then voice acting for every line instead of the text crawl. So, you know, instead of playing a game and it's like, boop, 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 you're like, oh, this is charming. It's, Delita, why would you do this? Perhaps the have-nots are the true heroes in this tale of woe. I'm like, oh, shut that off. Shut it all off. But yeah, it's optional, thank God.
It's easier to read a bad line of dialogue than it is to hear it.
Well, the sad thing is that the dialogue in that translation is actually like really good for a video game, and the voice acting makes
I know
it
that.
suck. The voice acting makes it suck so bad.
But if ever there is bad dialogue in a game,
yes,
it's always easier to read it than it is to hear it spoken.
oh yeah, my go-to for an example of that is anytime a game says magics with like a CK. I can read that and I hate it, but if I hear someone say it, ooh, get me out of here.
Different.
Yeah, calling it quits. Surprised they made a handheld. I wonder if that's going to be any good.
I think everybody's gonna do something like that.
Yeah. Resident Evil 9 looks so good. What an awesome setting to put it in. What a great idea.
Just bombed out.
Yeah, just fucking the ruins of Raccoon City with the giant fucking crater in the middle. Oh, what a great... Capcom's insane. The fact that that was secret and it's coming out in like 6 months, 8 months, nuts. They're so good at that.
All they need now is Mega Man.
Yeah, figure out how to make Mega Man good.
Bring it back,
How to
Mega
make
Man.
it sell. Mega Man Legends 3, finally. Please. Anyone?
If they do Mega Man Legends, they can do it.
They can, if they want. They can do Breath of Fire too, but they won't.
That's fine. Mega Man Legends is better.
Yeah.
The last Breath of Fires were
Not good. Dragon Quarter.
not good.
Yeah. I remember when Dragon Quarter came out, how disappointing that was. It's like, oh,
Yeah, okay.
you killed it.
There's other games. Yeah. I hope that they bring that back. Hope they do a good job. I think they're gonna.
I hope so, eventually. It seems like they're focused on stuff that makes over a certain amount of, like, sales, like copies sold. I don't think Mega Man Legends sold enough for them to carry it. They're like, we're Monster Hunter, and we're Resident Evil, and we're Street Fighter. And then we're Monster Hunter, we're Resident Evil, and we're Street Fighter. And then we're just going to keep doing that in perpetuity.
Yeah, the only games they made are just the like classic Mega Man style games.
Yeah.
It's like the only stuff they put out.
And even those don't sell great, which is crazy. I would, oh man, if they did a Mega Man X reboot correctly, it could be incredible.
They would need to have that same type of music coming back.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they've learned since the PlayStation 1 that making it smooth rock and jazz was not the right move.
You don't like smooth rock and jazz in your Mega Man?
No. No, I really, really don't. I need a synthesizer that's trying to sound like an electric guitar. I don't need a real electric guitar. For some reason, a real electric guitar is fucking lame. It sucks so bad. But a synthesizer that can't quite sound like an electric guitar fucking rules. Like, what is that?
The cooler sound.
Yeah. I don't know.
For that particular... It's the same thing as voice acting on a 2D game.
Is it an aesthetic thing where it's like, it's robots, so I want the music to sound kind of digital? Or is it just that an electric guitar
I
is
don't think
always
so.
lame?
I think it's what I just said. I think it's voice acting over a 2D game.
Yeah.
It's like you want something that's just fits that aesthetic still.
Like if everything in
Like
the
you
game...
need it to match.
If everything in the game is artificial, like it's pixels and stuff, then I want the music to also feel kind of artificial. If the music is
Yeah.
too high quality and real, it like breaks the illusion that everything else is artificial.
Yeah.
Mina the Hollower looks perfect. It looks so good. That goal they set of like we want to do like a better Link's Awakening is like it's exactly what that is. They did such a good job.
Is that the mouse one?
Yeah, the new Yacht Club game.
Hmm.
Demo's out on Steam. It's great. The aesthetics in it are
seen
great.
it?
I watched a playthrough
I mean, have you
of the
played it?
demo. No. No, I'm just gonna wait. But I did watch a playthrough of the demo, and it looks like super, super good. The stuff that they choose to do to make it feel like it's a Game Boy Color game, but like how you remember a Game Boy Color game is so smart. Like the stuff that they push and the stuff that they choose to leave like kind of shitty is like really, really well thought out. It's like more colors, but only certain shades of certain colors. It's not like too colorful. It still feels kind of monochromatic.
Mm-hmm.
And like more graphics and animations, but not enough that it doesn't feel like a Game Boy game, even though it's way past a Game Boy game. It's very, very interesting how much thought they put into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. Cool.
It'll be nice to just have a 2D Zelda game.
Did you play the new ones?
I didn't play Echoes of Wisdom yet. I'm going to, but I just haven't had time, and I don't really love the 3D look. I'll play it eventually, but I wasn't like super... I'm not super into that new style they did for the Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of amiibos running around.
Yeah, I don't super love it. It's like everything looks like it's made out of plastic on purpose, and I don't know. Of all the styles you could do, I just don't understand that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'll play it at some point. I'm just not like super... I don't like have to. It didn't like capture me.
Did you see Game Freak's new game?
That looked really cool. The art was really cool.
Thought that was funny.
And
It's
it's-
like, you guys, you stupid son of a bitch,
Yeah.
make a fucking Pokemon game.
That's all I was thinking the whole time. I was like, Nintendo has to be the reason that Pokemon doesn't look like that. It can't be Game Freak. Clearly they want to do that because they just did it.
Well, it's not like, I just mean, make it look better. Like,
Yes.
all of those games look better than,
Yes.
like, fucking Genshin Impact looks better than Pokemon.
Yes. It's just
Like, what
extra
are you
funny now.
doing?
Just extra funny now that Game Freak has made a game that looks better than anything they've ever done for Pokemon ever. It's like we know we know you're capable of it now. So now there's literally no excuse.
So now, what the fuck have you been doing?
Yes.
The fuck are you doing? Like, I get that it still looks like it runs like shit, so that means it's Hallmark. It's just
It's
Game
because
Freak.
they don't. It's just because they don't need to. Because they can make a shitty looking Pokemon game and it'll outsell the best looking 3D graphic game on the market.
Yeah, they need to be stopped.
They do. People have to stop. People have to boycott Pokemon for them to finally make their games better. It's the
I was
only
hoping
way.
that would happen after Pal World.
Yeah.
That they'd be like, you know, here's some genuine competition
And
in
they
that
said-
space finally.
They said, let's just sue them instead. We could make our games better, or we could sue them. And then our game will be better, because theirs will be illegal. Then I don't have to get better at anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Kim and I watched this movie called Cure last night. It's like this Japanese thriller.
Yeah.
We're about this murderer who uses hypnosis to get people to kill other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this thriller, but pissed me off.
Why?
They were like, it's like the movie that, you know, defined, well, the start of this guy. It's not Kurosawa that everybody knows, but it's another Kurosawa. And they're like, it defined his, like, the start of his career, and it's great and whatever, and you know, check it out. So I was like, okay, I can watch this thing. Within like, so it does this horrible thing where you're watching it, right? And right at the moment where you see you're seeing from like the perspective of the serial killer, you're putting together like, oh, he's using like hypnosis. Okay, I get what's happening now, like why these killings are happening, and the killers forget why they were ever doing anything, and they don't remember killing the people or anything like that. Like, but I guess I did, and it's all this mystery. It's like, what's going on? And then, so you see that part. We as the audience put it together that, okay, it's hypnotism, or at least that's like the starting point of this story. And then right after that, there's a scene right after that where the detective you're following sits down with a guy based on nothing. Based on nothing. He's sitting there with this other psychologist dude that like he's working with on the case. And he goes, do you think it's hypnotism? I was like, I'm so fucking mad. I was like, this better not be. It fucking better not be hypnotism now. It better fucking not be. And it was.
They did
Dude,
the fake out.
that was, it's a 2-hour movie. And they both came, you figured out the mystery in the first hour. And then it was just an hour of already knowing why everything was happening and just waiting for the end.
That's so
I was like,
stupid.
No.
That's how I felt.
It has to be a twist.
That's how I felt when I watched Shutter Island. And like someone says, I'm just like, oh, he's the crazy one. Just like immediately, like, oh, okay, I got to sit through this bullshit now. I just have to sit here until the end of the movie. Yeah, I get that.
I was so pissed. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
A lot of cop characters do that in murder movies where they're like, based on the crime scene, I'm thinking maybe it's someone in law enforcement, and then at the end it's the guy who said that. And you're like, oh, shut the fuck up, movie. Like,
well, I was like, I was sitting next to Kim, and I just looked around. I went, is he watching this with us?
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck did he figure that out?
You think it's a Bagul? Ah, shit, it's a Bagul. Ah.
It made me so angry. I was like, no way. Don't you dare. Don't you dare ruin this movie right away.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. You know, it's not a bad movie.
Tell me.
Memories of a Murder.
What's that about?
Korean film. Beautiful. It's a dude who did Parasite. It's like one of his first movies.
Guess what I still haven't watched?
Rules.
Parasite.
Yeah.
I did watch Everything Everywhere All at Once finally, but I did not watch Parasite yet.
Did you like it?
I liked 90% of it. I thought the villain girl got a little cringy at the end with all the bagel talk and like the overacting.
Yeah.
It was really cool up till when she's hamming it up to the point where it's like a cartoon. And like when they introduced the Ratatouille joke.
I call that first generation humor. That's first generation Asian humor. It's never funny.
When they leaned into the Rick and Morty stuff, I tuned out. Like the second they introduced like the Ratatouille joke, where it's like, what was it, like a raccoon on a chef's hat or something?
Something like that.
I was like, oh, okay. I don't care about whatever. I don't care what happens to this family anymore. Like, I'm checked out. I'm completely checked out. Like, this is you've made it a joke, so now I don't care. But everything up to that point, I was like, this is great. But I really hate Rick and Morty humor, where it's like, it's funny because it's random. And in the multiverse, anything can happen, so actually, you're dumb for not liking this joke. It's like, In an infinite universe world, someone could be called Mr. Poopy Butthole. LOL. I'm like, I don't care.
Dan, come on.
That's
You
real.
don't like.
It's real, by the way.
You don't like Rick and Morty?
That's a real Rick and Morty joke, by the way. It's not me making a joke about Rick and Morty. That's a real thing.
Rick and Morty doesn't make you laugh.
No. Never.
No.
The only stuff in Rick and Morty that ever made me laugh is not even all of them, just occasionally, when Justin Roiland would record fake commercials shit-faced, and he would stumble over his words and have to keep rolling with it. Some of those are pretty funny. Not all of them.
I think it's just that, like, Rick and Morty is very much like if you're. It's funny because they talk so much about plot in that show,
Yeah.
and like how smart the plot is and all.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
It's not.
what?
It's not smart at all.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like an improvised show.
Because it is.
Like that's all it felt like to me. Like the whole time I was trying to watch it, I was like, this is just two guys fucking around. Like that's all this feels like.
Never once laughed at a scripted joke in that show ever. I've only laughed at Justin Roiland being too drunk in a recording booth.
Yeah, I like some of that stuff. But some people can trick people and with just their confidence alone. And I think that Dan Harmon's one of those guys.
Oh, for sure.
It's just talking confidently about how like that he thinks he's like a genius.
But I didn't like Community either. I don't think I've liked anything he's worked on.
No. Neither did I. You can be too much of a fan of yourself.
It's true. It's very, very true.
He definitely is.
100%.
Some of that stuff, like his like writing advice stuff, the story circle is good.
Yeah.
To follow.
I have a weird like trigger that goes off.
But it's too
in my brain.
formulaic.
I have a weird like trigger that flips in my brain when I can tell somebody is so insecure about who they are and hates themselves so much that they know that they can't act confident, so they go they go full circle past confidence to apathy, and the apathy becomes a form of confidence. That's the kind of person I hate the most, where it's like nothing fucking matters, dude. It's like
nihilism.
The nihilism, the weird apathetic nihilism that's masking huge insecurities because you want to be cool, but you know you're not good enough at what you do to merit the confidence to act cool. So the only refuge you have left is to be above it all, but you're not actually. It's like that fake nihilism is it's such a turnoff.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
God, I hate it. And it's just like, it's so obvious what's happening to me, and I don't know why other people don't get that. It's like, no, this is just them hating themselves and wanting to wish they could be cool, but knowing they can't get away with being cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a distant cousin, not even a distant cousin. It's like a close cousin of the like high school dropout kid who'd smoke pot and talk about how nothing actually matters and the government all the time. And it's like, ugh. It's that same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I don't have a job. What, you think I want to pay taxes to the military-industrial complex? Bro.
Yeah, what do you think I'm gonna do? Try?
I'm not gonna participate in the fucking rat race, bro. It's like, it's similar.
You think I'm
to
gonna
that.
put forth any effort in being presentable as a human being on this earth?
You're actually the failure for falling for it, not me.
Yeah.
It's
people
gay.
who think that they've created their own version of society that exists outside the norms.
It's gay if you don't look at my penis. We knew a kid like that who said all those things, and he also said it's gay if you don't look at my penis. He would walk around naked and say that.
That you're insecure if you don't look at it.
You're actually gayer if you don't look at my dick.
Mm. Yeah, but I don't really know if that's how that works.
It's so funny.
I think your version of security is thinking that you should be okay just being naked.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I
I
think
don't know
your
if shouting "Look at me" is secure.
I think your version of insecurity is that you're probably gay, possibly bisexual, and you can't come to terms with being made fun of in a small town for it. So you have to make it everybody else's insecurity.
I also thought it was funny that it was just like you're screaming "Look at me" by being naked in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, of course.
And you just go like, "What?" That always drove
Whenever
me crazy because I'd always feel like, "Please, I know what you're doing. Just stop trying to act like it's not this."
yeah. Or the time he was like casually smoking a joint, and then he coughed and looked over at us and he went, "No one asked him about this. We were talking about like Magic the Gathering cards. Someone had a Wrath of God card and they were trying to figure out how much it would sell for." And he just looked over after, you know, sometimes when I go to Shaw's supermarket, I just wear women's clothing just to see the fucking looks people give me. And we all just looked around like, literally nobody asked. Literally nobody asked. But
Nice, dude.
it's great.
You're crazy.
You are nuts, dude. You are fucking nuts, and I am here for it. But also, how much could I get on eBay.com for my first edition Wrath of God card?
Trying to be perceived as fucking nuts. It's very funny.
Just twist it, man.
It is twisted, actually.
It is.
The more I think about it,
My whole world
the
is
more
upside
twisted
down.
it becomes. Yeah,
Yes,
I miss being around that stuff
Exactly.
a little
man.
bit.
You're a slug. Exactly. Exactly that. Everyone's fucking stupid but me. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like, yeah. I do miss being around dummies like that, though.
Oh, it's great.
Great ammunition. Wonderful fuel for whatever you're gonna make.
Oh, it's great. Someone
God.
using a fucking katana they got at a flea market to hit a tree and then admiring the blade after hitting the tree and going, "You can tell they cold tempered this." It's like,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, you'll never be around this ever again if your
right.
life, in any way comes together.
You truly
You'll have
don't.
no reason to be around this.
You truly don't know the good times till they're gone. You truly don't. Because I didn't realize how much fuel that was at the time. I didn't realize how much money you could spin that yarn into. How much gold you could get out of that yarn. Like, oh man.
I know I should have been recording.
I know, I should have treated those people the way that, like, Crocodile Hunter treats animals. Just document all of it. Study
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that. About how you could just pretend to be a documentarian
it. Yeah.
and just go to those places where those people still are and just film them, pretend to be
I feel like that's
doing
almost
anything like that.
That's almost what like Channel 5 did for a while.
Hmm.
When he'd like go to the like random events and just film the crazy people and not really like confront them about it, just let them be themselves.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think like in particular for us to
Yeah.
use as like writing just to go and look at them.
Oh yeah.
Just look at the creatures.
Just blend in.
You just be there.
Get a ghillie
Just point a
suit.
microphone at them.
Yeah. Get one of those 600-yard sensitive microphones and wear a ghillie suit. Hide in the woods.
It'd probably take me a little bit to acclimate. Again, get back into the
I don't know where to find it. It's not here.
mode.
It's not here anymore. I don't know where it's moved to. It's that miasma has gone away.
It's somewhere though.
I know. I got to find somewhere with
It's
less.
not in Pine Tree Village. You haven't like
No.
if you spent like time and you'd find it.
Dude, this town is now too close to Boston. All the people that were living in Boston couldn't afford it, so they moved out to like Quincy and like Braintree. Then that got too expensive, so they all moved down to like Plymouth and Carver. It's like, like there's too much money here now.
You don't think Pine Tree still has it?
No, there's maybe a few, but it's not what it was when we were there.
In its heyday.
A lot of the people that we knew from Pine Tree couldn't afford their places in Pine Tree anymore and had to leave. Yeah. It's just a money thing. We just gotta find somewhere poorer.
Just the ghosts.
Yeah. This town was like a dust bowl in the 90s. We gotta find another dust bowl. I gotta go somewhere like deep Midwest. Twin Peaks, middle of nowhere.
You gotta go to the swamps.
Yeah.
Go find the swamps. What a gator. What a gator.
People with their own dialect.
Yeah. Imagine if that's just how you died.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna do this really funny thing where I just go document these people that are like the people I grew up with, and then they just kill you instantly.
End up in Deliverance. Yeah. Just accidentally wander into Deliverance.
Yeah. Shit.
Shoot.
Yeah, shit.
Dang it.
Damn it.
Fuck.
I'm dead. Shit.
Oh yeah, do you still wanna
Yeah.
you still wanna write tomorrow, or did anything come up?
Yeah.
Okay. What time are you thinking?
I'm banking time right now. Same time.
Nice. Noon.
Noon for you.
Cool.
Down the corner. Dump the street.
Yeah, that's the song.
Do you know Bill Bradley?
No. Is that a name you made up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's gonna be huge.
Go ahead. Tell
We're
me
gonna
more.
make them.
Oh, we're gonna make them. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it
Make 'em a
is?
household name.
Actually, I just realized how to find those people. I know how to do
Oh.
it.
Yes.
You gotta go to
ahead.
you gotta go to a small town and you gotta walk around until you hear bands playing at like 1 a.m. and from like houses, from like a house, from like a basement, and then you're close. You're close. If you can hear like shitty bands playing in someone's basement out in the woods at like 2 a.m, you're good. You're good.
Wait a second. Is that bad Deftones?
Hold on.
Close.
Enhance. Hold on.
It is
that
bad Deftones.
someone covering Lateralis by Tool in a basement?
Yeah.
We're close.
Just squatching.
Yeah. Another good test would be drive around till you see a town full of like old brick mill buildings and then go 2 towns past it, because these people can't afford a rehearsal space that's in a brick mill building. Go even further past those into the unknown.
Or look for dirty kids ghost hunting.
True. Go find people
You'll
ghost
find 'em.
hunting and then follow them back to whatever town they're from. Become the ghost taunting them.
I mean, like, if you can find those kids, who we talked about forever ago, the kids we met underneath the bridge in New Hampshire, if you can find those kids, the one like wall-eyed kid, kids talking about fingering each other's sisters, that's when you're on the right path. That's when you found it. The lost city of Z.
Hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
All right. Sniff some patchouli. Okay, let me do that. You all can't see me drawing right now. I'm drawing a picture of me as a Wiccan priest. Wiccan priestess. That's what I am right now. Dan said he's going to go to the bathroom, but I hear somebody talking back there. Might be a creature. Hello? Yeah, I don't know. I like being a little, nasty little Wiccan priest. Pretty much my vibe nowadays. I'm yucky. I'm a little sicko. It's actually my nickname, Lil Sicko. I do crazy bong rips. Fat clouds. Okay. Do I like that? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if my art, if my feeling going on into this image is gonna be good for this character. I don't know.
I'm back.
They're wearing white and red. We'll see how that works.
I gotta go out to I was thinking, I gotta go out to Florida, Massachusetts, and those towns no one's ever heard of.
Yes.
Those are the places.
Speak it into existence.
I'll never forget the night I got lost. I'll never forget the night I got lost and ended up in Florida, Massachusetts. I was like, this is a place.
You pulled into a parking lot. And there was a homeless guy jacking off on the curb, and it did that Zelda scream when you see the zombie.
Yeah.
And it froze. You can't move, just watching it.
Jumped on. Yeah, Florida, Massachusetts is the best. I know nothing about it except everything I drove past was out of business. And I said, that's a good sign.
Out of time. Shouldn't even say out of business, just say out of time.
Time's up.
No more time.
Out of time.
Just spray painted on the boarded up windows. Out of business, out of time.
I remember.
What is this place?
It was during a storm, and I had to drive up a weird mountain thing to get out of town. And I remember coming down the other side of the mountain that I wanted to just be driving back into the town. It was like a time loop. I was like, oh, this would be great.
You got a message from your girlfriend at the time. Elizabeth's message came from here. Just a fog rolls in.
This was the last known place she visited.
I gotta find her.
Why would she come to a place like this?
Woof, woof, woof. It's in the fog. Woof, woof. Just your footsteps.
Hello? I'm looking for a young woman. Hello? Sir?
Can I get a ride? Can we get a ride?
This guy must be drunk. The things they always say before the monster bites you. This guy must be really sick.
Another drunk townie.
Yeah, gee, just what I need. Another drunk townie. Sir? Sir, do you need help?
Oh.
Sir, I'm calling you an ambulance. Stay back.
And then the shitty
Sir,
CG
stay back! Yeah.
turning and looking at you.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah, fuck.
Turns around and he's smoking just a guy smoking a clove cigarette.
He's got a jewel in his
Then
mouth.
then I run. He chases me. Go to dollar. Go to dollar. Hey man, go to dollar.
Dude, that's like one of the funniest stories in that Mr. Ballin series that I was listening to.
Mm-hmm.
Was him. He told this story about, it was supposed to be scary, but it wasn't scary to me. It was just funny. But it was a guy who was like a Wall Street dude from New York. He was going on like a hike up in the mountains, and he was going to be gone for a while. He liked going like off the beaten path, whatever, on these like long camping trips. So he goes out into the mountains, and I don't remember the name of the place, so I'm just going to make it up. He said there was just a guy that was like peeking from behind a tree outside his campsite in the middle of the night, and he heard a sound. And he's just in the middle of the woods, and he shined his flashlight, just saw a guy's head coming out from behind a tree, and he went, "Do you know how to get to Peyton Pass?" And the guy's like, "What?" He's like, "Do you know how to get to Peyton Pass?" And he's like, "No." And then he ran towards him, and the guy ran into the woods.
Oh my god.
And then the next night when he was camping, it happened again, and he said the same thing.
He said his name was Indrid Cold.
Yeah. But those crack me up.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's the kind of stuff we should do. Should hide and ask people mundane questions and then run.
Oh, it's terrifying. I didn't know how terrifying it would be. But I was just thinking about, Kim just said, she went, "This just sounds like you.
Yeah.
This sounds like something you would do." Like,
I want to stand outside.
it sounds like you're in the woods.
I want to stand outside of Cumberland Farms and wait for them to close up. When the person's walking back to their car at 3 in the morning, go, "How late are you guys open?" Then run towards them.
Yeah, exactly.
"Hey, how late are you guys open?"
I do that stuff.
Then just
I do that
sprint.
stuff to Kim. I get completely naked in the middle of the night, and I just wait for Kim to go walk and do something. I run past the doorway as fast as I can, so she just sees me out of the corner of her eye.
It's great. It's like shitting in the dark and waiting for someone to open the bathroom door, then going occupied from the shadows. My dad used to do that.
Doop, doop.
Occupied. 2 in the morning.
What's the song that plays in that game, like Clockwork, when the scissor man shows up? Whatever.
Yeah. It's like, don't. Yeah.
That should be it.
Scissor Man. So close to Spoon Man.
I don't remember his name.
That might be his name.
No, is it?
Yeah, I mean, he's like man
Is
with
it?
scissors.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
I'm just saying.
Let me Google Scissor Man.
Zach, don't Google it, Dan. Don't.
Don't Google it or he'll show up. Yeah, the Scissor Man. Yeah, the Scissor Man. His name's
All right.
Bobby Barrows. Is that his name? What?
Right, he is the Scissor Man.
Very
that?
good. Yeah, Scissor Man, Clock Tower Wiki.
Okay, cool.
Let's read his whole wiki. Ready, chat?
No idea.
Scissor Man, quote, "Get ready, I'm coming to get ya," end quote. Scissor Man refers to the identities of many antagonists of the Clock Tower series. There are multiple Scissor Men and even Scissor Women in the series. Woke.
Oh, nice.
Lame.
Yeah.
Terrifying. They are terrifying. And sometimes invincible and invulnerable. Serial killers who pursue the main character. History. According to the Japanese novelization of Clock Tower, the Scissor Man was regarded as the son of the Great Father in the demonic cult, followed by Theodore Barrows, ancestor of the Barrows.
Ooh.
Who cares? I don't care about any of this. Give me the good shit. Oh my god.
Give me more Scissorman lore.
According to the second game of the series, another scissor man, known as Little John, lived a long time ago. He'd been stopped from murdering people by his father. Oh, very
What
good.
is Little John doing?
Little John. Very good.
What are you doing?
Excellent.
Nice, man.
In the second Clock
I hate
Tower
woke
installment.
politics. Keep out of my game.
Yeah, I know. No scissor women. What are we doing?
I don't want women in my games.
Get them out.
I only want men.
A scissor man.
I do like guys.
I do.
I like being around them.
Scissor man.
A playful guy can get me through any game. All right. Nice young men.
I like looking at them. I like seeing them.
Like pretending I'm them. That's not what we're saying. We're saying they're forced into games. Okay. Yes. Want more. Want more men forced into my games.
I need Pyramid Head Woman. Get her in there. I need Mrs. X. I need Mrs. X in Resident Evil.
I need Mrs. Scissors.
Can you imagine
Miss Scissors.
Can you imagine Mrs. X? Just a completely ripped. It's just a huge 8-foot tall ripped woman chasing you down a hallway in a fedora. I want it.
Yes. Why do you think they're rioting in LA right now?
It's true. Actually, I don't know
Put
why.
Mrs. X in the game.
I didn't know there were riots. Whoops.
Oh yeah, put Mrs. X in the game.
Put her in the game. Well, Resident Evil 9. I mean, it's at Raccoon City. It probably is a Mrs. X. Here we go.
Raccoon City.
That's in the last one. I mean, I guess
dare they?
Dimitrescu, maybe. Best thing about the last one was the big baby. Give me more of that. Give me more big crying babies chasing me down the hallway.
I'm gonna mute myself and go take a huge piss. BRB.
Okay, yeah, do it. Scissor woman. Yes. That's what you call a quality Google. Very excited, guys. Very excited to play Resident Evil 9 and see what horrors wait for me in the ruins of the RPD. The runs. Oh man. This one's almost done. We're almost done with this. Almost done with this enemy.
Hey,
What's going on?
nothing.
Sick.
Just over here, crunching the numbers.
Just telling everybody how excited I am for Albert Wesker's return
Nice, dude.
in Resident Evil.
I love those games. I love getting so freaked out.
Me too.
Like, I hate getting freaked out, and I love getting freaked out. It's a love-hate relationship.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like about the new Resident Evil trailer is that there wasn't like a song that kids sung in like a scary, spooky way.
That's true. They didn't have that.
They didn't do Go Tell Aunt Rhody. You know, they didn't do Ring Around the Rosie. They didn't do any of those.
With a piano or a music box.
There wasn't any detuned piano, actually. You're right. Maybe this game's gonna suck.
Yeah, it is gonna suck.
Fuck.
I take back everything I said.
Me too.
Go woke, go broke.
Jesus. What I have to look forward to now?
Stupid woke piece of trash. Shit.
Fuck.
What do you have to look forward to now? Whatever Marvel's been cooking up.
I can't wait to see Doomsday.
Yeah,
Can't
dude.
wait to see Robert Downey Jr. cracking wise from behind a metal mask.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Man, I love Marvel.
I do too. I can't wait.
I love what they've been doing. It's so smart.
Yep, it's great.
So smart.
I love how hard they tried to convince everybody that Thunderbolts was a blockbuster and it lost money.
I get it.
They tried really hard. They did.
If I was on that team, I'd want to stop making movies too.
Yeah.
I think that's really what's happening. Is they're going like, we really got to find a way to stop making these.
Yeah.
We got to make them worse. We got to make them. I didn't want to keep doing this forever.
We got to kill it from the inside.
I didn't want to do this forever. That could actually be what's happening.
Could be. I like all the abandoned stuff that they set up that's never going to get a payoff. That's probably the funniest part to me. all the cliffhanger post-credit scenes that are now going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's great.
I do wonder though, like, can you imagine, like, imagine it's us, right?
Yeah.
We have one like real solid idea for like an arc, and then we do it, and it's so hard. And then somebody in a suit goes, "Nice, what's next?"
Do it 45 more times.
Like I would tank it.
Yeah.
Like we already did it.
Yeah.
What do I gotta do? What? I gotta do more? No, that was my excitement. My excitement cannot last more than 10 years. That's crazy.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
I'm not going to be into this idea for 10 fucking years. And I already did it. It's over. And you want me to just restart and then have another fucking 10 years of this?
Dude, they're coming up on 20.
No.
2008.
Yeah.
Iron Man was 2008.
Yeah.
Coming up on 20 years of this shit.
I do think that that might be why they're not working.
Yeah.
We can't. I'm sorry. No. Mm-mm.
It's very, very
I'm not
weird.
doing more of these.
The last thing anyone would have been excited about was X-Men, and they're like slow walking it so hard.
And can you imagine, like, imagine me and you do a really good job on that first arc. Like, it works. It's great. Imagine trying to find your replacement.
Oh, God. Fuck that.
Who's going to be that excited, like the way you were excited,
Didn't even
to
think
do
of
the
that
rest
part.
of it?
Right.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it. There's nobody that's going to do it to, like, you got lightning in a bottle, and only you can do it at this point, as far as anybody else is concerned.
The only thing
What are the odds you're going to find anybody else that can do it again?
Yeah. The only thing you could do
No way.
is hand it off and have them start something disconnected.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they did with James Gunn and Guardians. Just like, go do your own thing in space that isn't connected to any of this shit. And then it got so good they connected it, but... Yeah.
Yeah, James Gunn could have done it.
Well, he's doing it now with DC. We'll see if that works out.
I mean, I like Green Lantern.
Can't wait.
I like Green Lantern's stupid haircut. That fucking rules.
Yeah, I like that he's sticking to the lame stuff. I think the lame stuff's important.
It's called the Alex Ross rules.
Yeah.
Where you just don't compromise on the original design. You just do the original design over and over.
People already like it. We don't have to change it.
Think about Alex.
But Alex
Certainly
sucks.
you can't mean to draw the Hulk that way again. I can and I will.
I can actually, because this is the Hulk.
In Thing.
This
I'll draw
is
him
the
this
Hulk.
way. You go, holy shit, but that thing sucks. I know it does.
For Alex, Galactus can't be a guy with cardboard on his head. He actually
He can and he will.
He can and he will. And people are going to love it. They're going to celebrate.
Are they really? But anyway, I do honestly think that's what's happening. Where it's like, it's just an impossible thing to follow, and you can't be a young person, or even just anybody, doing the same thing over and over again with the same energy. You're just not going to do it. It's an impossible thing to ask anybody to do.
It's actively losing money now, which is be interesting to see what Disney does with it now that it's not making money. It's
literally just the little kid complaining to the tree and the giving tree. Just how come there's not more?
Give me more.
I'm a fucking stump.
I wonder if they're gonna give up completely and just reboot it. Here's a new Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow. Here's a new event.
Yeah, I think you gotta call it quits. Like, you needed to take an extended vacation from it and just go, see you later. This was just a thing that happened. This was the 80s. The 80s ended. Goodbye.
Farewell. Or make a bunch of really good TV shows that everyone loves, and then make those characters cool, because everyone loves them. We all love them. You know who they are.
Sure.
I can name all the characters in Shang-Chi if I try.
Can't.
The Mandarin.
Somebody put a gun to your mom's head and said, we're going to shoot her unless you can name Shang-Chi's
love interest.
inner circle or something.
You can name the love interest.
Shang-Chi's love
Shang-Chi.
interest.
Ooh,
You think your mom would survive, or you think...
I'm telling you right now,
That'd be the
my
end.
mom's dead. I'm telling you, she's dead. I don't know her name at all. Was she played by Aquafina?
Nope.
Fuck.
Wait. Was she?
I think she was. But what's her
Was
character's
that-
name?
Oh, right. You're right. Yeah.
What's her character's name, though?
I don't know, man.
Lucy?
Don't you?
Lucy... I don't know. I have no idea.
What would you say to your mom?
I'd say it was I'd just shed a single tear and I'd shake like in Mission Impossible 3 and I'd go, it was a bad movie, Mom. It was a bad movie. Then they'd shoot her. I go, no. Or I'd call their bluff because they don't know her name either because nobody does. And I'd go, it's Lucy Chu. And I'd stare at them and they'd go, okay.
There's no way for us to find out.
There's no way for us to confirm that. There's
If
no way
that's
for us to know. Yeah.
There's no hard copies of this movie left.
Ah,
Nobody bought it.
that's not true, is it then? See, I wouldn't know. There's no way for me to know. Is her name Leiko Wu?
What do you say?
Leiko Wu. There's no way for me to know if that's real.
Yeah, you could say any racist thing you want in the chat right now.
The whole
We wouldn't be
movie.
able
The whole
to
movie's about his mom dying.
dispute
What's his mom's name?
Shut up, man. I have no fucking clue.
And I'm not going to look it up just so you can say you were lying and laugh at me. I watched every episode of Daredevil. I can't tell you the night nurse's name. I don't know.
I know Jane.
From Thor?
Yeah, I know
What's
Jane.
her last name?
I can do that.
What's her last name?
Albright.
Your mom, shooting your mom.
That's fine.
Your mom's dead.
Am I close?
It's
Oh shit, Jane Albright's in a basketball
and
coach.
it's not Jane Austen. Jane Austen's the author, and it's not Jane Seymour. Oh boy.
Foster. Shit.
Foster. There you go.
Might as well be.
Right.
I think they'd spare my mother.
No. She gone.
And I would go. And then I would take the gun from him and I'd shoot my mom.
Can you name 3 of the Eternals?
I never even saw it.
All right.
Star Fox.
Nope. Sorry.
He's not an Eternal?
No, he's a Guardian of the Galaxy. He's a Ravager.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is he wearing an Eternal outfit?
Star Fox? That's Rocky. It's Stallone's character.
Isn't he the dude at the end of the thing who's that fucking kid?
Oh, Harry Styles?
Yeah.
He's Eros.
Who's he? He's not.
Is his name also Star Fox? He's Thanos' brother, Eros. Does he have a nickname?
Oh, I thought he was Star Fox. I guess not.
Maybe I'm confusing it. I'm probably wrong. Maybe it is Star Fox. What's Sylvester Stallone's
Yeah,
name?
he's Star Fox.
He's not an
That's right.
Eternal. He's not an Eternal, though.
Is he not?
No, I'm sorry. I know one of them's
Wind
named-
Speed. Night Flesh.
One of them's named. I know one of them's named Gilgamesh.
Mach 10.
That's all I know. Mach 10. M-A-K, and then a little apostrophe. T-E-H-N. Mach 10.
Mm-hmm.
M-A-H-K. Mach.
He's the Asian speedster.
Mach 10. That's very good. What is Sylvester Stallone's character's name?
I don't fucking know. My whole family's gonna
sorry.
die.
He plays Stakar, known as Starhawk. So
There you go.
I was close-ish.
You were wrong though. So
I
wrong.
was Starhawk. All right.
You're such an idiot.
Very good.
I knew it. I knew you were stupid.
Can you name any of Thanos' sidekicks?
What are the ones from like
Their names are like Black
the ones from
Obsidian,
the like last Avengers movie?
Midnight Anger Man. I don't know. They all have black names. Dark
Shit.
Eternal. I don't know.
Creel.
Yeah.
Creel.
Creel Depths.
Kringle.
Creel Kringle. That's good. He's the wizard one, yeah.
Crisp.
He's the one who goes, "They were made for microsurgery. I'm Creel Kringle. Oh. I'm Creel
Yes.
Kringle."
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Timeless characters. Timeless characters that we all love.
I can't.
Timeless.
I can't. I could never win this game.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, there are a lot of characters I can't name
It's all good.
in general that I actually like.
I challenge.
Like I can't name the red-haired guy from Braveheart. I don't know his fucking name. The friend.
Oh God, I did know his
There's
name
like
once. Fuck.
there's like movies that I love that I can't recall.
All I know is that his girlfriend's name is Marn, because that's how that guy says it. It's not about the king, it's about Marn. That's all I remember.
I just remember that part in Braveheart where he's so excited that his wife died because he gets to be with
Yeah.
that beautiful French woman.
He gets to slam the Princess of France.
You know, this is way better.
It's way better.
This is so much better
I get to cuck the young gay
than that
prince.
towny bitch.
Like,
It's one of the lines from the movie.
it is.
It's, hey.
I'm gonna go to prison and cuck the young gay prince. I'll never see it coming.
No, really.
And thus, Scotland was free.
I like that meme about art advice
Hmm.
with the king.
What is it?
And who is giving me advice? Throw him out the window.
That's very good. That's a good reel. Trying to think of more huge. Okay, that's another one. Can you name anybody in Black Panther besides the main two characters?
T'Challa?
He's one of the main characters.
Yeah.
Yep. Can you name anyone?
Frag. I can't
Got
remember.
it.
What's his? I was trying to think of
Oh,
his name.
I thought of one, but if I get it wrong, I'm a mega racist, so I'm not going to say it. I did think of one.
Okay, can I hear it?
I think his name's M'Baku. The big guy with the club.
I sure hope not.
Oh,
Just for
let me
your
look.
sake.
Let me look this up.
I sure hope that's not his name. I
Marvel.
hope you just came up with African name.
Oh, thank God.
Right.
I got it right. Oh, thank God. He's the guy that wears the gorilla pelt. Oh, that was... I got too close.
Oh,
Too
that's
close
true.
there.
Yeah, Killmonger. And actually,
Killmonger.
I knew Killmonger, and I didn't even think of like
But he's
that
the
being
other...
a character in that.
He's the other main guy, though. I guess you could name his
He was on
sister.
your doesn't count list.
Yeah, the two main characters. The two Black Panthers that have a CG fight at the end.
Oh,
You could name his sister. Most people know her. Name is
I
his
don't,
mom.
dude.
It's his mom's name. She's a big character. She's in both movies.
Stella.
Queen Panthara.
I don't know. I only know her from How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
True. I only know her from American Horror Story. It is shocking to me that I can't think of a single person's name in Shang-Chi except Shang-Chi. That's wild. But also, that movie made me laugh so hard when they go to that little China world at the end. The little fantasy theme park, Chinaland, with like dragons and mysticism. Here we are now.
That was so
It was,
cool.
It was like so offensively weird. Like, this is what? Welcome to Fantasy Chinaland. This is where the dragon sleeps. But it's only 400
It's like
square
China
feet.
if it was a theme park.
It's like China if it was 400 square feet and a theme park. Welcome to the soundstage we built China World on. Here we are. Everybody cram in
It's like
together. It's like it's so obviously a soundstage. Oh,
Yeah, it's
That-
crazy.
broke me, that scene.
I was shocked when people said that movie was great. What?
I didn't understand that at all.
What are you talking about? That movie? The movie was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
I think like you have to grow up with different movies.
Yeah.
like to think that that's really really good.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, oh, you missed out on like real cool martial arts movies and stuff.
Yeah. Them billing it as a big martial arts movie was lame. Like after seeing it, and I was like, why do you guys do that? It's like when they build Multiverse of Madness as Marvel's first horror movie. I was like, come on, guys, really? It was just so great to get Sam Raimi here for Marvel's first horror movie. I was like, ugh. Why? Because
you should have used him.
Scarlet Witch twitches her head around and it cracks a little bit, and then she crawls like a spooky skeleton. It's a horror movie. If that's a horror movie,
I'm glad it wasn't too scary. I get freaked out sometimes.
if that's a horror movie, then his Wizard of Oz movie with Mila Kunis is also a horror movie because it's literally as scary as that.
Was it? Was it a horror movie?
I mean, according to Marvel, it must be, because Mila Kunis does
Good.
twitch her neck around and make it crack and go.
I haven't seen it.
The Chemical Brothers.
Don't seen it.
The Chemical Brothers music video, "Get Yourself High," is more of a martial arts movie than Shang-Chi was. Literally. I just wanted to know how bad it was, but I didn't do it. I almost watched that new Matrix movie. Didn't do
I
it.
can't.
Didn't do it. Sometimes I am curious just how bad things are, though. Sometimes I do want to know.
I want to see how deep
Oh, did
deep
you
the
see?
rabbit can get.
Did you see Super Meat Boy 3D?
Yeah.
That was cool. I was like, oh, they did a lot with this. I was waiting for him because they teased the pipe at the beginning. I was waiting for him to touch a power up and turn into your painting of him. There's a big muscle guy. And I was like, no, they didn't do it.
It's okay.
It's all good. Someone asked me at the wedding who the Street Fighter character was that looked like a paintbrush, and it took me way too long to know that they were asking about Guile.
Oh wow.
I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, oh, it's Guile. Okay.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that.
Yeah. You know, just rendering some wicked teeth. You know, just a maw that you don't want to get sucked into. You know,
Oh, cool.
just a gross maw.
People like it.
No. No, nobody likes it.
Good.
I'm probably gonna stop painting and start giving people advice on how to make it, though.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, it's true. It does.
You can just go. I'm good. All done.
The only pass I would ever give people on that is the one that me and you did, where you have to say, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to learn some things. You can learn with me.
Yeah. You just say like, I'm still figuring it out,
Yeah.
but here's what helped me. You always got to give the caveat. You can't just say like,
Yeah.
I got the answers. Get ready.
Get ready to make it
Yeah.
for
can't
your
do that.
dreams to come true. At the Double D Art Retreat, Dan and Dave will teach you the secrets. It's crazy how much like an infomercial it is, like when we were kids, the really lame ones. Like, what was the one, the Susie Orman one, making a ton of money that everyone's parents were obsessed with?
Mm.
We're going to go to the Susie Orman retreat. She's going to show us how, with a few simple steps, we can also master the stock market. You know what the cool thing about that is that everyone who did that became rich.
That they actually have to limit how many people go to those.
Yeah, because it's so
There's only
good.
so much wealth that can go around. If they give out too much wealth, too many secrets, then everybody's going to be rich.
It's true.
If everybody's rich, nobody's rich.
Which is why you should secure your spot now,
That's right.
before they're gone.
Before they're gone.
Illegal in 70 countries. These are the secrets that the
Yeah.
elite don't want you to know.
Have an elite guy there. Please don't tell anybody, guys. Please.
We're here to... Hello? I'm an elite. I'm here to shut this show down. I
No.
bet you thought you were clever sharing our secrets with these people. Treat it like pro wrestling. Just characters and heels coming in.
To get all my gas out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever do that?
Yeah. 100%. I get a backpack.
Do
and
you
I fill
do it?
I get a backpack and I fill it with bricks and I slowly lower it onto my belly. And then I let it all come out.
When you're streaming and you have to, do you just mute your mic and then rip?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Sometimes I'll lie. I'll say like, oh, I think the mailman's here delivering a package. And then I'll shut my camera in, my mic off.
Hmm. Hmm. Would you rather always have your penis hanging out of your pants or your asshole?
My asshole.
Nice.
Yeah. At least that way I wouldn't be able to see it, you know? I might be able to feel it.
You wouldn't be able to see it.
Be behind me, you know?
So you wouldn't mind sitting like bare ass on everything forever?
No. I could put something under me.
No, you couldn't. That's part of the rule. It's the curse.
you
It's a
didn't
witch's curse.
You didn't tell me that.
The curse of the witch is that you can't cover it up with anything else.
I'll still choose the asshole.
If you're sitting down, you still choose the asshole.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just clean myself really well all the time.
Imagine walking around like with a gravelly ass or something. Like
Yeah,
rocks
100%.
peppered all over it.
100%.
Just grass clippings all over your ass.
That's why I don't go camping anymore. You wake up and
Or
you're
your
just
pants
covered.
get ripped up.
Yeah, you just wake up and it's a little too rocky where you pitched your tent. It's just the worst day ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the smallest rock feels like a fucking boulder if you sleep the wrong way and it gets wedged between your ass.
Hmm.
What about you? You'd go penis?
I think I'd do ass too.
Yeah. Give me your rationale. You there?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Oh, give you my rationale. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Give me your reasons for choosing ass.
My ass is sweaty anyway, so it'd be nice to have it breathe,
That's true. Didn't think of that one.
dry out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's less offensive, I think,
Yeah, true.
in general.
True. It's not necessarily sexual harassment. If you had your dick hanging out, it would be sexual harassment always, everywhere.
Yeah, I think maybe then maybe you'd have to turn on the witch's curse again. That nobody's calling the police. They're bothered, but then you're not going to jail.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'd be in jail all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Which might be a funny part of the curse.
I guess if
you can't put your penis away even in jail.
If you get
your cellmates
if you gain enough weight, people might not be able to see your dick. I guess that's a loophole.
That's true.
It's a good question.
How about...
It's a good thought experiment. How about what?
Let me think.
Deep thought. Mulling it over. Deep thoughts. Curious.
How about this? I got another good one. Would you rather, if you went to a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Every time you're in a restaurant, you either have to sit there at your table, you order one of everything just for you, and everybody in the restaurant comes around the table and sings happy birthday to you, and you eat it all in front of them. Would you rather do that, or every time you're at a restaurant, no matter who you're looking at, you ask them if they're going to finish that?
Oh my god.
And then regardless of...
This is like the two worst options as a fat guy. Holy shit. Everyone watches me
regardless, you eat everything.
Everyone either watches me eat or I have to ask everyone if they're going to finish what they're eating?
Yes.
Oh my god. This is the hardest question anyone's ever asked me. This is might be the most difficult question anyone's ever asked me. These are like two of my biggest fears. These are like this is hitting me on a deep level. Oh shit. Fuck. Do I have to eat it? If I say, "Are you going to finish that?" or do I just have to ask?
Yes,
them?
you have to eat it. You have to find a way. Please let me finish that. If they say,
I'd be.
Which one, man?
And I can't do a cop out where I go, I'd choose that one, but I just never go out again.
It's. I mean, it depends. I guess if you just never go to a restaurant again.
Yeah.
But if you ever end up anywhere again, I mean, you either one. So. They're both restaurant specific.
I'm trying to logic this, and it's hard. The only way I can logic this is that if I chose the one where I ask if they're going to finish it, I would die. Because
that's what I was thinking.
Everyone, you go to a restaurant, there's 100 people eating in the restaurant. I'd have to ask all those people, "Hey, you gonna finish that?" And I'd die. I would actually like die. And, like,
well, they can say, I'll give you a caveat. They can say, "Yes, I'm gonna finish it."
But how many of them are gonna do that?
I know, right? So you would end up eating a lot of it. But the other one is you do eat every single thing on the menu, and everybody sings happy birthday to you while you eat it.
I'm choosing the...
And they're looking at you the whole time.
So explain that one to me again. Give me more details on that one.
So you go, "I'll have one of everything. And by the way, waiter, it's my birthday." And then the waiter brings everybody in the restaurant who's sitting in their seats. They come over, they surround the table. And they all sing together, "Happy birthday" to you, and you have all the food in front of you. And they all wait quietly after they're done singing to watch you eat all of it. And they don't leave until you eat it all.
Then I'm choosing, "Hey, you're gonna finish that," because at least in that one, some people can say no. At least in that one, some people can say no. And the other one, I have to eat the entire menu while the entire restaurant watches me. So in both scenarios, I have to encounter all the people because I'm either asking them all if they're going to finish it or they're going to watch me. But in one of them, some people can say no. So that is like the hardest question I've ever had to answer in my entire life. So that's the only answer I can give you. I hope it's the correct one. But, whew. Would you rather never talk to a woman again or say "Hey baby" to all women? Hey baby to all women.
Yeah, hey baby to all women. Are you
That's
serious?
fucking hilarious.
That's like not even that crazy.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I've said worse things. Before I was married, and I almost exclusively hung out with women.
Hey
I would
baby.
say way worse things to women
Yes.
constantly.
A lot of women have this crazy thing, sense of humor, and they actually
Yeah, I used to say, "What's up, sluts?"
Yes,
That's what
I say that all the time. Yes.
So it's like that's worse than "Hey baby." It's way worse.
What are you guys doing Friday night? You want to go? I don't know. Go to the bar, whore out. Yeah, sup sluts is a good one. Yeah, that was really difficult.
Well, glad I could challenge you.
I appreciate it.
My favorite is that classic one of would you rather shout every word that you speak, no matter what? You're talking as loud as possible, or run everywhere you need to go, no matter what you're running. If you move, you're running.
Oh, I'd rather run everywhere I need to go. I'd burn so many calories. It'd be great. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, me too. I choose running because it's less rude.
And then I'd say, just getting my steps in to everybody. Get my steps in.
No, part of the rule has to be when they look at you, just go, "I'm fast, aren't I?" You have to say that to everybody.
Blink and you'll miss me.
It would always look like you were doing supermarket sweeps.
It would. Yeah, I like that a lot. I would absolutely choose running everywhere. That's such an easy one.
Yeah, it's such a good one.
I know.
Artifacts. I think you'd have to add a caveat to your thing because you could choose just not to talk to little girls.
It's true, actually. You said women. I don't think. Yeah.
Okay, I got one.
Go ahead.
Would you rather always speak jive talk or an Asian accent
Oh.
to every
Oh no. Oh. Are we going like airplane jive? Like the two get like full on?
Yeah,
jive?
like 70s, not
70s?
like another language.
Uh-huh.
Like people can understand. It's just you putting on a voice. Like that's all it is.
I do jive.
People still understand.
I do jive 100%.
You do jive.
Unless there's a caveat where with the Asian one I can say that I grew up in Singapore or something. Can I tell lies to people?
No, you just have to act like there's nothing wrong with what you're doing.
I do.
You just have to in
jive.
both ways.
I
You got to
do
go.
jive.
This is just how I talk.
I do jive because both are awful, but jive's funnier. I would do for a person that looks like me. Like if both of them, my life is over. I'm gonna choose the funniest one, and that would be the funniest one for someone who looks like
My
me.
life is over.
In both of them, my life's over. So I'm choosing the funniest one. And for a guy that looks like me, it's jive.
Can you imagine if you
Oh
took on a vow of silence and then when you broke it, you just spoke jive?
my god!
People found out that's actually why you did it.
On my deathbed, as I'm telling people who gets what. No, Chad, I'm not going to do it. I thought about it. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It's good. Jive or a racist Asian accent. I like a lot. Well,
That time I went into the grocery store. Actually, I can turn this into a hypothetical.
yeah, the Asian thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of an alternative. The first one is every time you go looking for something like rice or soy sauce at the grocery store, all the employees are from Asia. I don't know what the alternative one is.
I think you would have to change it. No matter what
Yeah.
Asian person you meet, you ask where the closest like to like Asian restaurant is or something like that. You'd have to ask something very specifically Asian. Or you'd have to ask like one of those oblivious questions that like people who've never met anybody from whatever race ask.
Mm.
Something very belittling.
You gotta think of something so insensitive.
Yeah. How about this?
Let's hear it.
Every time you go into
What's it gonna be?
sorry, I was trying.
What's it gonna be? What's it
Of
gonna
the
be?
worst one.
Yeah.
What's more annoying? Um, how about this?
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you are, if somebody has an open door, you have to go in it. Or an open window, you have to crawl through it.
Open door, open window. I'm gonna die like within a day. I'm gonna fall out a window and die. Open door, 100%. Open
Well,
door.
I don't mean like
Open door.
I
And
don't
see
mean
some
like
shit.
I don't mean like you're crawling up to the second floor and you see an open window. I mean like to
Okay.
get into the place that you're going to get into, you have to crawl through the window. Or
I mean, I choose door by necessity. I'm not gonna fit through a window.
yeah, but that's the funny bit. Is that
Yeah.
you just go in like you have to. You can say whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop yourself from going through it, but you can say anything you want
Okay.
when you've gone through it. And the other half of this is that you have to go all the way through to the other side of the building and leave the same out another one.
Explain that
So,
last part to me again. Sorry.
as soon as
Yeah.
you
Explain
like, let's
that
say
to
you're
me
walking
again.
down the street.
Yeah.
Let's say you're walking down the street
Uh-huh.
and your neighbor's front door is open.
Mm-hmm.
And you doesn't need to be, forget that you know them. You don't know this person.
Sure.
The curse is that you have to walk through that front door and walk all the way through their house. You can say anything you want, but you're on a nonstop trajectory to the back door, and then you leave out that way,
Okay.
and then you can go around. Or how about this? That one you have to say, you can say something to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The window one, you don't have to say anything. You can sneak through the house to the other window and get out. But you got to go to another window on the other side of the house every time.
So window to window, but I can sneak.
But
or
you can
door
be
to door,
stealthy.
Or door to door, but I have to confront them.
Yes.
I'm choosing window to window because I'm less likely to get killed or arrested.
That would be so
Yes,
fucking scary.
that would be
quietly go
Real life Metal Gear Solid is what that would be. That one episode of True Detective when he like infiltrates that place and it's the one shot take. Yeah, it would just be my whole life would be that one episode of True Detective. That's very good.
going in and out of people's houses.
If there's no window on the other side of the house, do I have to wait and then circle back and leave through the window I came in through?
No, you have to throw yourself through the glass.
That's
You
very
have to
good.
smash it out. You can't open it.
That's very good.
Smash it out, get the glass, and get through, or find an open window.
Oh, that's very good.
I would love just the curse of that. I love the curse of you driving down the street and accidentally seeing an open door, and then pulling over and running inside the house.
Do
Go through the other side.
do car windows apply? If I see a car with its window, do I have to crawl through the car?
Yeah, for sure.
Ah.
And you can't say anything. You just, the person's just in there. You just got to go across them and quietly. Oh, what a good curse.
That's a very good
I'd love to
curse.
see that.
That's a very good curse, actually. I like that quite a bit.
Are these my Wiccan curses? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Dave's gonna summon all the spirits of the night to make this happen to me.
Wouldn't that be funny, Dan? And then you wake up tomorrow.
Immediately crawl through my window. I can't even
You
figure
jump
why
out
I'm
your
doing
window
it.
and die.
No, no.
Just the wind. You're standing on your window, so you leap out.
You die so
Oh,
fast.
fuck. Sharky was asking, you can either come when you sneeze or sneeze when you come. I mean, I feel like both of those are pleasurable.
Come when you sneeze, or sneeze when you come. I'd rather come when I sneeze, because I don't want to be having sex and then sneeze all over. Yeah, I'd rather like be walking around outside and sneeze and be like, ooh. Like, oh, that was kind of nice actually. Like, that's much better than fucking sneezing all over somebody right after you bust. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Wow. This was good.
Sorry, I was thinking of other ones.
I'll give you one more, and then I gotta go to the gym. 6 o'clock.
All right, I got one along that come one.
Let's hear it. Yeah. You there?
Yeah, hold on. I'm thinking about it. All right, I got it.
Let's hear it.
Would you rather
Mm-hmm.
every time you come,
Mm-hmm.
no cum comes out of your penis, but your mouth fills up with cum?
All right,
Or every time you have to piss.
uh-huh.
Same thing.
My mouth fills up with piss.
Yeah. Yeah, then you can choose to either spit it out or swallow it.
Do I go with
In both cases.
Do I go with the New England insecurity of one of them's gay? So don't do that one, or do I go with the I piss way more than I come? So I should choose cum because it would happen less often. Fuck.
But then whoever you were with, the girl you're with,
Yeah.
she'd be like, what is it? Am I not like sexy enough or whatever? But you would have a mouthful of cum.
Oh, you're right. I'm choosing piss. You're right. Good question. Yeah, no, it's true. Yep, I'm choosing piss. Choosing piss. 100% I'm
Your
choosing
mouth
piss.
just completely fills
Yeah,
up with piss, so
no.
your cheeks come out.
Your follow-up question about the girl set it in stone so fast. I'm choosing piss every time.
Because piss would happen all the time.
That's fine.
All right.
I don't have to explain that to a girl. Fuck that. Also, I don't want to
No. I'm not. Hey, this isn't, to Gross Girl's point, this isn't less liquid, more liquid. It's the same amount every time. It
Yes.
fills up your mouth till your
Yes.
cheeks buff out.
But also,
And
imagine
you can either swallow it or spit it everywhere.
Also, imagine you just had sex and the girl's like, what's wrong? Am I not hot enough? And then you either have to run out of the room immediately or you have to take a huge gulp right in front of her. Like that's
Exactly.
like that's the insane part to me is running
But-
out of the room immediately to throw up in the bathroom.
But there's a twist, Dan.
Tell me.
Well, I just mean, piss one's actually pretty great.
Yeah.
You can be at a concert and not have to go to the
That's actually
bathroom. You
awesome. That's true.
just spit it into a cup.
That's actually dope. That's like a benefit.
Yeah.
Also, if you're in a fight with somebody, it's a great way to throw them off. Just immediately mouthful of piss in their face. Fuck yeah. All right, I gotta go to the gym. This was
Or just
good.
a mouthful of cum in front of them and just
I'm
stare
not,
at them.
not deleting this VOD. Someone asked earlier. You can watch this back and listen to my answers. They're all confident. I stand behind all of them.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
That was good. Need more of that.